We're back on the advanced server and tested out revamped Argus. In case you're not aware, Moonton is working on some drastic adjustments that could dramatically change his playstyle. If you want to know more about those adjustments, I highly suggest watching the following videos. I'll leave the links in the description. If you're watching this video because you saw the thumbnail, yes, that's right, they gave revamped Argus another set of nerfs. Before heading to the game, let's talk about the patch notes first. His Malice energy gained per second is decreased to 5. At level 1, there's not much difference. But at level 15, that's when the difference becomes more obvious. In my opinion, this is acceptable since his Malice energy recharge over time is most important during the laning phase. And since the difference at level 1 is not much, it might not be an issue for most players and situations. The higher Argus's level gets, and the more items he acquires, the less he relies on the overtime recharge of his Malice energy. Not to mention that his new second skill allows him to instantly refill his Malice energy, plus the fact that you can now stack full bars of Malice energy, which gives him the ability to deal quadruple slashes. For his second skill, they reduced its damage, which in my opinion wasn't necessary. Reducing his second skill's damage will make it harder to clear minions, thus making it more challenging for Argus during the laning phase. It's not really broken bad, but it's still bad regardless because his second skill's damage was never overpowered to begin with. Not to mention that it's a short-range skill with a very narrow attack range, and also has a casting delay that can easily be avoided in certain situations. As for his ultimate, I really don't mind this nerf. If you think about it, it's still a buff, since the ultimate Argus has on the original server doesn't even deal damage. There is one thing though that I hate about this ultimate, and that's the removal of its ability to regenerate HP when attacking non-hero units. In my opinion, the new ultimate is overpowered. However, completely removing his ability to gain HP from non-heroes while in ultimate form was too much. I believe they should have only nerfed it by cutting the HP gained from non-heroes by half. Evasive heroes with blink and dash skills, or even high movement speed, can exploit this easily by forcing Argus to activate his ultimate. Once it's activated, they would simply disengage and then re-engage as soon as the ultimate is over. Having the ability to regenerate a huge amount of HP from non-heroes is Argus's way of preventing getting killed, in case he gets outplayed or kited. If you think this video is helpful and you are enjoying it so far, consider hitting like, share this video, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Now that's out of the way, let's head to the game. Argus is a late game hero, so in most cases, it's not ideal for him to cut the lane. Besides, they also nerfed his second skill and Malice energy gained per second, which made him significantly weaker at level 1. So instead of wasting our time on the lane doing nothing, I went ahead and attacked one of the jungle creeps nearby in order to help the jungler clear it faster. Before doing that though, observe where your jungler is headed first. Obviously, if your jungler chooses a jungle creep that's on the opposite side of the map far away from your lane, don't help them out because you will lose the opportunity to gain experience and gold from the enemy minions on your lane. To avoid getting level and gold gapped, hover your camera over the lanes while moving towards it. It's a basic feature in Mobile Legends, but for some reason, a lot of people do not utilize it. One of the changes they might implement are the bushes. The developers decreased the sizes of some bushes, such as the ones at the end of the river and the ones around the mid lane. This will make it more challenging for heroes to gank, especially heroes that lack gap closing skills or dash and blink skills. What heroes do you think will be greatly impacted by the reduction of the bushes? Let me know down in the comments. We saw Exborg near the Lithe Wanderer and went up towards his lane, which meant that he was most likely heading to that direction, which should be enough time for us to take the crab. Argus is greatly reliant on gaining experience and gold, so try your best to get as much of those resources as possible. It's easy to lose a game playing as Argus if you are underleveled or unequipped with the items you need. Learn to manage the lane properly. Not all the time you have to clear the enemy minions quickly, Sometimes, you have to let the enemy minions win a little. In this scenario, X-Borg quickly defeated our minions, allowing his siege minion to advance. Instead of attacking it, we let it attack one of our minions. During that time, I wasn't sure whether X-Borg was camping in one of the bushes, or was trying to gain experience from one of the jungle creeps. But one thing is for sure, if I do this properly, X-Borg will miss out in gaining much needed experience and gold from our minions. By letting his minions win a little, one of our minions got defeated while X-Borg was away. That meant once he gets back to his lane, there will be significantly less minions he can gain experience and gold from. Remember that lane heroes gain more resources from minions than jungle creeps. So if you're not a jungler, it's best prioritizing defeating minions as much as possible. Not to mention that creeps are also harder to kill than minions if you are not a jungler. Just to clarify, I'm not saying it's wrong taking jungle creeps your jungler is ignoring. All I'm saying is prioritize minions over jungler creeps as much as possible when you are playing a lane hero. This is why I think nerfing his passive Malice regeneration was okay. Look at how bursty his stacking Warmonger is. It feels like old Argus from many years ago without the need of having low HP.
Run, Force, run!
This is the right time to take jungle creeps when you are waiting for minions to arrive. Also, only take creeps such as the crab, lizard, or roach creeps if your jungler is far from them or doesn't seem to have plans of taking them. I strongly believe Corrosion Scythe is an essential item for this version, and it's highly recommended to get it early. It's cheap, yet packs all of the stats Argus needs. Don't be greedy in the early game. Play safely, but not passively, and utilize your turret effectively. Here, I didn't attack Harith back because I know X-Borg would just help him out. We still didn't have enough damage to get rid of Harith easily, so the risk of dying was significantly high. Remember that as an XP laner, your goal is not to stack up kills. Your goal is to either hold or pressure the lane. If you are capable of wasting 2 or more enemies' time without losing your turret or dying, you are already giving your team a huge favor. It's also important to take advantage of every opportunity to gain gold. Don't hesitate to play aggressively when you have the chance, especially when it comes to stealing creeps from the opposing players. If the minions are further out, don't waste time doing nothing. Check the field and your mini-map and find ways you can help your team. Haas Claws is another item you should prioritize. It gives critical chance, attack speed, and lifesteal, which are all vital in making Argus hard to kill and survive from. Though I didn't get it for this game, but Demon Hunter Sword is also another item that you should get him in most situations. It's exceptional against heroes with high HP pools, and also provides bonus attack speed and lifesteal, especially since it could receive a buff and gain bonus lifesteal in exchange for slightly weakening its stacking HP regeneration. This is one of the issues why I think they should not completely remove the ability of Argus's ultimate to gain HP from non-hero units. As you just saw, we barely gained any HP after the ultimate ended. Experienced players can take advantage of that. Remember that Argus's new ultimate is technically not 8 seconds long. It's technically 2 stages, with each stage having a 4 seconds duration. In order for the second stage to activate, Argus must receive enough damage reducing his HP to 1. If his ultimate's first stage ends before he dies, the second stage will not activate. Another item, which I think is a necessity for this version to work, is Fleeting Time. Whether it's a core item or not is debatable, but I love having it in order to greatly decrease his ultimate's cooldown, which, in case you haven't noticed, is significantly longer than the old ultimate. I also think Argus's ultimate is one of the most powerful ultimates in the game. and I have a belief that if a hero has a very powerful ultimate, getting fleeting time is highly recommended. Of course, if you need more damage, maybe ditching this item is a good idea, but having such a low cooldown is very satisfying. Berserker's Fury, in my opinion, is a must-have for this version. This version of Argus relies heavily on critical damage in order to activate Warmonger, his enhanced basic attack. It also compensates for the low total physical attack, since most of the other items Argus is recommended to equip have mediocre bonus physical attack. And in case you are wondering if Golden Staff is still a good item on Argus, it is. Though it is usually only advisable against high HP and high defense heroes, such as this Layla bot, which we equipped with the following items. As you just saw, the one with Golden Staff defeated the bot faster, though it was only a slight advantage. Against more fragile heroes, though, the critical build is still superior because of its tremendous burst damage, especially against high mobility heroes, or any hero with excellent kiting skills. Not to mention that the critical build allows Argus to inflict multiple instances of Warmonger while in ultimate form, which is not possible with the Golden Staff. With that said, which side are you? Team critical or team non-critical? Let me know down in the comments. As for the emblems and talents, the Marksman emblem is the best choice since it has a little bit of everything that Argus needs. The Assassin emblem is also good, but it does make Argus feel more sluggish. In my opinion, it's best to give Argus options that will improve both his damage and attack speed, especially since Dominance Ice is bought by a lot of players. As for the talents, it varies on the situation and your playstyle. Personally, I prefer Swift and either Master Assassin or Bargain Hunter. Then, as for the core talent, Concussive Blast, which will greatly help Argus in clearing, especially since his second skill might get nerfed once Argus gets revamped on the original server. For the battle spells, I favor Inspire, but if you are having a hard time handling enemies who are evading Argus when his ultimate is activated, you can also equip Flicker, Sprint, or Petrify.
If it wasn't me, I'm afraid
An enemy has been slain.
show yourself.
That concludes our content for today. Let me know what you guys think of these nerfs and recommendations on the comments section below. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Stay safe, everyone. Peace.